Nordebek against Pragnananda.
Okay, Pragg is clearly very happy with this position. His second time after doing it with Temur. So, but perhaps Nordebek has taken a quick look and played e3, but I just allows e5, doesn't it?
Right. And
I mean, this is the most...
Didn't we saw this exact opening from...
yeah, exactly. I mean, Pragg is doing it again. If e4, rook d8 and all that stuff. But now, why didn't he just play e5?
He's going for his beloved b5.
b5, yes.
He likes playing on this side of the board. And what's curious to me, Vishy, is that Nordebek is thinking a lot. Like he's the one who chose to sacrifice pawn, play into Prague's prep. I guess you don't really have time to prepare for blitz.
Right.
And a4 played. Wow. Tanya, I mean, after that long game from Nordebek, he might be a little bit tired.
Yeah, and that's a factor here, right? You've got such little time to actually get ready for the next round, but he has to just keep moving. And Pragg, with his impressive play, it's not going to be an easy one. These are the couple of minutes that we have time to maybe jump to one more board. Anand, out of all the live boards, which one do you want to go to next?
MVL against Kaimer, the position looks cool.
Okay.
So let's try that.
Let's go there. Whoa.
Oh, that is just lovely. There's a lot of action.
Ooh,
Basically, the tension is there until something resolves.
And it's now Max. I didn't even know whose turn it is. I'm looking at the board trying to figure out who's to move. But who's going to flinch first, do you think?
If white flinches, it may not matter. Like if I go DC and CD, it's just a hanging pawn. I mean, this hanging pawn position. But if black opens, I think it can end up very bad because suddenly a knight will enter on c6. So for the moment, black has to sit still, which Maxime is exploiting. But for the moment, I can keep making quiet moves. Bishop b7, perhaps throw in a4 somewhere and get one pawn out of the way. Is b5 possible here? I would rather not. No, I wouldn't do that. Knight d7 is nice enough. Okay, Nordebek is going for the full pawn sack.
Okay, let's go back to that game.
And is going to try and land something on d6, but come on, this must be very nice for black.
Just by the way you said that, you have no belief at all in white's pawn sag?
That's not true. The knight on d6 is clearly worth something, but on the other hand, let's say I take on g2 here, king g2, and let's rook b6, with the idea rook c6, and then maybe knight c5 coming later. As they say, white's knight is lovely on d6, but what's it doing there?
So you kind of just play around that knight. It doesn't really have targets.
It's not doing anything. So he's gone rook f d1. I go rook c6 now. Or then he would go queen a7 maybe.
Oh,
it's on the board. It does allow
Queen a7. Hang on, it might not be the end of the world. Queen a7 might be the end of the world.
So you're threatening a knight jump and then the rook
Yes.
connects with the queen.
Oh, but this is crazy because it's just very comfortable for black.
do you think this is born out of fear that he was down a legitimate pawn, not a double pawn, that he wants to equalize material, but perhaps that mindset is wrong. The material wasn't supported as the initiative.
Yeah. Instead of rook c6, it's harder to see what black should have done. Maybe he should have gone rook fb8 and so on. But then it interferes with this plan of getting the knight to c5 and b3, which is what I was trying to get at. The position wasn't easy, but knight b5 is careless because queen a7 must have been very strong.
But can you explain, because this is such a natural move, you pick up a pawn, you re-win the piece on d7, why is this a mistake for white?
Just that if queen a7 was better, then this is clearly the second best move. It's good to recover a pawn, but queen a7 I would have recovered a pawn on e5 anyway. I mean on a6 anyway, first of all.
Yeah.
And second, I'm threatening knight e4 and use those pins to win that knight. I might win a piece.
Is there...
Rook c5. Oh yeah,
Queen
queen
d6?
d6, queen d7 check. That's right.
Maybe this is what Nordebek missed from a distance, because if you...
No, but it doesn't matter.
It's
Now I'll go
happening.
queen d6,
Check.
king g1,
And you recapture with the rook, putting pressure on
rook
b2?
takes, and I go queen takes a6.
So I think what you're getting at is the queenless endgame. Is that closer
Well,
to
queen
it?
takes a6, rook takes a6, and you will have to take on b2.
Right.
And I'm going to go rook c6. And since my rook is on that side of it, it's a draw.
Okay.
So,
Is there
yeah,
any...
this is just a draw. I don't see anything. You have to play rook b5. There is nothing else.
is
Anand,
there-
why is our Evalbar giving
Oh,
an
you're saying rook
advantage to
c6.
Pragg?
Is
That
it-
might explain it.
That might explain. Rook c6. Wow.
He found it.
It
Wow.
is.
Okay, then it's good.
Okay, but the form that Pragg is in today is remarkable. I mean, just every game it feels like he's finding every chance to give himself an advantage.
And just an update, we already have the first result of round 4, Hari Krishna versus Rajabov, has ended in a draw. So I think that's more about just stopping the bleeding for these two players and getting back into action in the next one.
Queen d8, but I'm not sure what he's...
Oh, just don't pick up that queen.
Well, okay, if ab5 he wants to go rook d7, but then I just go queen b8 myself. And then he might double on the 7th. So he's trying to get a draw that way. But he could have gone queen d7 with the same idea. And if you take on b5 the queen, then you've got the split pawns, and that should be... And he does it anyway.
So now rook d8 is a threat?
Yes.
That looks scary. So you can always create luft for your king over here. You can drag your rook back.
Rook back, yeah. That's what he's done. But now rook d2, it's no big deal.
So you think that the extra pawn is not super meaningful at this stage?
I suspect white is probably going to be able to survive this simply by a5. Queen d6 was a tad slow. I thought queen a3. And just put a queen on a5 like that. Maybe it could be done.
And just strategically, white is a pawn down. How are you holding this position?
Queen a3, queen c3, and then... what is black's winning plan? How is black going to exchange the pieces and convert? That's my kind of point.
Does black want to go c3 at some point and create just a
rook
passer?
a4.
Okay, he does block it.
Queen b6.
And now if your queen could get back to a3 and you feel very active.
Queen d6 might not be a bad thing here. Queen d6.
So you...
Oh, that is
wow,
nice. But this is clever.
Oh, this rook on e8. So I think Nodirbek.
Nodirbek just reminding Pragg and everyone else that he used to be called a calculating beast as well. So they're going to split that title. But now it is a draw. So.
Yes. Wow, that was a very good awareness
nice,
from Nodirbek there.
Grishchuk, Erigaisi should be a draw.
Wow, and there's a lot going on in the Vidit versus Gukesh board.
Okay.
This one we're predicting will end in a draw. So do you want to quickly move on to Vidit versus Gukesh?
And MVL has beaten Vincent.
Yes. So
Maxime has won that.
But Vidit, look at this position for him. Whoa.
It's over.
The queen. I thought he was blundering his queen, but he's attacking the black queen on c5 as well.
And let's get a close-up on our players as they're playing under 10 seconds.
And the knight goes back to... I feel like there's huge blunder potential in a position of this nature. And trades queens?
And rook f2 because he couldn't play g3, so that pawn hanging on.
We know Vidit's made illegal moves here in Kolkata before, but not in this game. And black suddenly has a lot of activity.
Yes.
Okay. Watch out. Don't move this knight anytime soon. That would be a tragic error.
But Vidit is cleaning up. I mean, he's exchanging the bishop. He's also made progress. Oh, thank you very much for the second pawn. I mean, f5.
He's going
that's fine as well. Knight f6, lovely square.
But
even takes.
Really?
Yes.
He chooses to keep more. He wants to go for a checkmate later against his black king.
So now it's stopped. He can play h4, h5, for instance. He can play h4, king f3, g4. People always do something other than one.
And
Pragg is winning.
What?
That completely drawn position.
Okay.
He could have gone rook behind the pass pawn, but he's gone rook b4 instead.
Let's
that's a questionable decision. Rook b8 now, and it's over. Rook b8 and it's resigns.
Wow. Should we go to the Pragg game?
Yeah, as Vidit continues
because that
to
would be a
push
4
this
out of 4.
one. Yeah. The tournament leader.
So let's go to the Nodirbek against Pragnanda, and he went rook b3. He takes g3. He transfers his advantage to the king side.
Okay, that's also fine because he cannot defend h4, so much more direct. But I wonder if I mean, it's going too fast. If the king had could have gone to the third, I mean h3 or something. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah,
and now g5. Okay, it's time to resign.
He finds it, and Nodirbek, who fought so valiantly both in game 3 and in this one, he resigns.
Yeah.
Wow, 4 out of 4 for Pragg. And we still have Vidit as well, who is fighting to win his game.
He's fighting to draw
now,
it now.
I'm not sure
He's
anymore.
lost everything. He
Uh-oh.
lost the farm, so...
And Vidit might lose the game, and this g-pawn is so fast.
Actually, knight d8, yeah. And then king f4. And if rook a4, I have king g5. And for the moment...
He wants to
F6?
get to,
f6, okay.
the a-pawn.
Well, I can do the same thing on a3. And then knight d3 check. Now must be very almost winning.
He goes with the king first.
Yeah, because knight d3, f4, and then g3. And then I can push all the way down.
Yeah, this really
Oh.
turned around.
Knight d3 check.
And he goes rook d3 instead. So it's very difficult to find these best moves in
Yeah.
blitz chess. But
Oh, he wants to take on f5. Okay. Now just move the rook somewhere and hope for knight d3 would be a good cheapo. Okay, but now rook a2.
But at some point, white is of course going to try to set up a knight sacrifice for these two pawns, and you don't have knight e2 so easily because rook a3 check. No, this is
Yeah.
great play.
But wait, now rook f4. He gets one pawn back. Rook f3, and then what does he want to do?
Can he take on f3? If you play rook f3?
No, sorry. He wants to take a rook f6. Excuse me.
Ah,
And
but this now looks like a draw.
this
right?
is a draw.
So you just give the knight for
It's
the
a
pawn?
draw in any format except blitz. Let's just clarify that. So knight g6.
Oh, don't take it. Rook a3 check in the end.
Good try by Gukesh. And okay, now the king is on f4. Everything is staring at this pawn. Feels like rook d2 check, and you can even sacrifice for this knight at some point.
King f4 back. What do you want to do? Yeah.
Yeah, and for Vidit, he was pushing hard against Krischuk, so close, and this one as well. It's been tough to convert these positions.
Oh, I forgot he had two knights and a pawn.
Okay, now knight f2 check takes g4. Actually works because we attack. So they're just going to repeat. Yeah.
Well, that's
much cleaner.
That's such a nice. I would never look at putting my knight in the corner,
Wow.
but Vidit finds it. He makes a draw,
Yeah.
and that is good news for him in his tournament because he's at a plus score.
He's at a plus score with some winning chances in that one that were
But
missed.
Pragg
and
4 out of 4.
yeah,
Pragg is
unbelievable.
unstoppable. Should we, as we look at the results here, Pragnanda wins with black.
Let's just quickly see how he won that pawn, because when there's one pawn each on the queen side and you win that one.
Well, I guess first of all we should go back to see how Nodirbek, that was really beautiful stuff by him when he was able to win this pawn on the A file. So
with queen f4.
yeah, around
Yeah.
here where he goes just to show everybody, because I think it's a bit confusing. But it's this right here where he was able to take this pawn on c4, because if black takes on c4, the e8 rook is hanging, not just hanging, but checkmate.
Wait,
Yeah.
I've got it's a pity. You don't get the. So I just want to have a laugh about queen c6. Just go
Okay.
back 1 second. Rook d and queen c6. So queen takes c6. Rook takes d8. Oh wait. Oh, queen b5, rook c c8 works. No, I wanted to do the famous Torre thing, which is rook c5 and queen a4, rook c4. But there's a queen a1 check.
But you've
But the
rook
same.
c5.
So we have one anyway.
Wow, that's
So we
beautiful.
would have gotten this famous
Wow.
historical.
It's
game.
so beautiful because the queen can't deliver a
Yeah,
check,
yeah,
otherwise
yeah.
black would
Okay,
win.
so it works even.
But it's good for
So
white.
he would have to take on d8 and make a draw that way. So queen c6 would have been much faster.
Wow, that's actually very sweet. But how does he lose this b pawn is the big question, because at this
Probably by
stage,
trying. I think there's a winning attempt here that backfired.
Oh.
Is my hunch.
well, I think he made this king h2 move, and then his queen is offside. So
It's not seriously offside. I mean, what's his next move? No, he could have gone queen g5.
and make a draw this way. So I think your claim is even if you lose this pawn, it's still
Yeah, the computer is going some rook before a4, but that's nothing.
right.
Nothing's really happening there.
Yeah, white can just play f4 to defend. So
Yes.
this would have been a cleaner way.
But okay, let's say even if I had gone queen d6.
And here after queen e2, you have queen b7. Is that what he was worried about?
This is also fine because
Yeah,
the
let's just
queen
show
is
that.
hanging out on the long diagonal. Of course, the question is how do I get in rook d7 or something?
But do you think, as Tanya was saying, he was afraid of queen here and some kind of queen